Oh, the life I had, the life I lived. It was the life of Riley. Sit, Sitting here on the edge of the Pacific Rim, Vancouver Island, and it was so brilliant. It was amazing. I used to I had my career. Excuse me. Had my career. It was locked in. I lived relatively near downtown. Walked every day from when I wasn't working, of course. Walked when I wasn't working. Actually, even when I was working, because I worked nights. Walked the inner harbor along the inner harbor to downtown Chinatown, where I would have my coffee and my books and write my poetry. Good Lord. Oh my gosh. Looking back on that. The shame of poverty is so overwhelming. Like in the garden, they commit they commit sin, and their shame, they cause them to hide and cover themselves. Even though poverty isn't a sin, it is a sin in the eyes of everyone. It's not a sin, but it's treated as if it is, and you just hide. Here I am living now, living in a barn post 2020, and the evil, the utter wickedness of our governments being made plain, destroying my career, driving me out of Victoria for fear of being cordoned off on the wrong side of the cordon. Because, I mean, we didn't know what was coming. We didn't know how far they would take it. And I thought they were going to. I thought they were going to take it all the way. I mean, it looked like it. I know for a fact that they were building quarantine camps in the north of the country, which I'm sure they are still, if they're completed, or still building. But I mean, I fled. I lost my job. I fled the city. Here I am now, holed up in a barn with my Achilles tendon ruptured, my car broken down. But I've got my honey in holed up here with me. So there's I don't know really what would have happened to me if that didn't work out as it did. So, but the shame of poverty, and more and more people now are feeling it and facing it. So many Canadians just are living. It's not even living day to day. It's living in abject terror, looking at the price of things and wondering at what point can you no longer afford meat? At what point can you no longer afford fruits and vegetables? At what point can you no longer afford heat and rent and gas? Changing, fixing your car. This is where this is how we're mostly living now. And yet we're not allowed to talk about it. We're not allowed to commiserate with each other and talk about these things. They're going to try to censor all such things. Complaining will not be allowed. And but here I am, the shame of poverty weighing heavily on me. I have a friend coming to drive me to a possible car. 90 little old ladies has a car that she wants to get rid of. So maybe I'll be able, maybe, fingers crossed, I'll be able to, you know, have a car to drive. Without a car, there's nothing. I'm dead in the water, and yeah, anyway, I've got a woman who's depending on me now, so these things have to be amended. Yeah. What a fucking life. Who would have imagined that this is what would have transpired in Canada? We're just waiting for the other shoe to drop.